I'm going to bring the country together. I'm going to bring it together. That is no longer admired, respected, or listened to. Will repeat your. Look, he can't campaign. He can't campaign. Maduro, Venezuela, it's all compliments of. He must be cognitively impaired. I'm not cognitively. And you know what?
Wow. You really been mocking Biden a whole lot. Apparently, President Joe Biden's State of the Union address had Donald Trump shook. He's doing everything from tweeting about Jimmy Kimmel to taking credit for COVID vaccines. And I'll be honest, Don, you were right. It was the light inside the body.
Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light. And I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way.
Oh, no, that's not it. It was the disinfectant.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number on the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me.
Apparently not satisfied, the former president had the unmitigated gall to mock Joe Biden's lifelong stutter at a rally in Georgia last weekend.
I'm going to bring the country together. I'm going to bring it together.
And we've actually seen this before from Trump's. Yes, multiples of them, even Laura, the shiny new one.
I feel kind of sad for Joe Biden. And you know that's when it's not going well for him, right? Because I'm supposed to want him to fail at every turn, but every time he comes on stage or they turn to him, I'm like, Joe, can you get it out? Let's get the words out, Joe.
Now, we can be honest here, right? Between you and me, Joe Biden does stutter a lot.
Did you just see Maduro, Venezuela?
Oh, my bad. That was the wrong clip.
Heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your.
Nope, that wasn't it either.
Man,
we're here because he stutters and we wanted to hear you speak.
oh man, come on! I tell you what, don't let it define you. You are smart as hell. You really are. You can do that. Can I get a phone number for you and I can tell you what I used to do and how I would do it? Can you take his phone? Because there's about 25 stutterers I continue to work with. And I can tell you the things that helped me. It took a lot of practice, but I promise you can do it. I promise you. And don't let it define you. You're handsome, you're smart, you're a good guy. I really mean it. Don't let it define you. And you know when I say I know about bullies, you know about bullies. The kids who make fun.
Ah, there it is. Speaking up and becoming an advocate for something that afflicts 3 million Americans, including Samuel L. Jackson, James Earl Jones, Bill Walton, Bruce Willis, and Emily Blunt, who just killed it last night, by the way. But how do you attack somebody for something they overcame? That's like assaulting somebody and then repeatedly defaming them in the media.
91 million, based on false accusations made about me by a woman that I knew nothing about, didn't know, never heard of. I know nothing about her. She wrote a book, she said things. And when I denied it, I said, it's so crazy, it's false. I got sued for defamation.
By the way, just 3 days after Trump posted a $91.6 million bond in the E. Jean Carroll defamation case, her lawyer is considering filing another defamation lawsuit. Y'all better move some more shoes. But in the meantime, let me see what else he had to say last weekend. I mean, maybe he gave Joe some compliments.
All compliments of an incompetent.
Oh, no, sorry, that wasn't it.
Nation, we have become a nation like nobody thought possible.
You mean become?
Ukraine and Russia wouldn't be fighting. I knew Putin. I know him very well. There was no way he was going in.
You mean Putin? Well, you know what? Unlike some of us, I can look past the occasional flub. It's more about the point that you're making.
Pundits and inside sources say that the attacks on me will be violent. They say that it's violent. The attacks, Biden said it. He said, you know what their whole plan is? It was just released the other day. No, it was leaked.
And what point was that?
That's why they're weaponizing law enforcement for high-level election interference against Joe Biden's top and only political appointment, a guy named me. It's a guy named me.
Did you just call yourself Biden's political appointment?
They raided my house in Florida, Mar-a-Lago. They raided. They had no reason to do so.
Do you think they conduct raids with raid? You mean they got SWAT out here in tactical gear to take out roaches? I mean, I knew the rats in DC were bad, but combat roaches? No wonder you had all those boxes at Mar-a-Lago. You gotta barricade the doors. You know what? Maybe he just had a bad night.
So first of all, there is a lot you can do in terms of entitlements, in terms of cutting, and in terms of also the theft and the bad management of entitlements, tremendous bad management of entitlements. There's tremendous amounts of things and numbers of things you can do. So I don't, necessarily agree with the statement.
What? Now, what kind of audacity does it take to mock a man's stutter? In the same speech, you sound like a toddler reading my notes. The same audacity it takes to accuse Biden of accepting money from foreign governments when we know that you've accepted money from foreign governments.
Donald Trump pocketed $7.8 million from foreign governments, from China, from Saudi Arabia, from United Arab Emirates, without ever coming to Congress first. It took us 7 years to accumulate all of this information. We've got a 150-page report with 750 footnotes, and they have not laid a glove on our report. They have not found a single thing that they claim to be factually inaccurate.
The same audacity it takes to call Joe Biden creepy, even though you got 26 allegations. Donald Trump has all the cunning of a cheating husband, and no, I don't mean him specifically, who comes home and immediately breaks into his wife's phone. Well, if I'm guilty, then you must be guilty.
And I use his name and I say, our president, Barack Hussein Obama, meaning who's calling the shots. Does everyone sort of understand it? The fake news says, he doesn't know the name of our president. He doesn't know it's Joe Biden. He must be cognitively impaired. I'm not cognitively. And you know what? When I am, you're going to know it. You're going to be the first people. I know my people. You'll say, all right, Trump, you did a good job. Get the hell out of here. That's it. That's it.
Personally, I like my presidents not to have to clarify that they're not cognitively impaired. But you know what, Donald? I'm feeling generous. I will give you the benefit of the doubt. It's all by design. You're in charge. You know what? Here's all the times you've been sarcastic and mocked Joe Biden just in the past few weeks.
Ridden nation, we have become a nation like nobody thought. Use your kitchen, and I'm going to use your bedroom, and there's not a damn thing. And that's the nice ones, okay? That's the nice ones. The most disgraceful part of Joe Biden's service is the divisive and all compliments of an incompetent. He must be cognitively impaired. I'm not cognitively. And, raided my house in Florida, Mar-a-Lago. They raided. They had no reason to. The attacks on me will be violent. They say that it's violent. The attacks, Biden said it, against Joe Biden's top and only political appointment, a guy named me. You can't mix names, purposely mix names, purposely. Ukraine and Russia wouldn't be fighting. I knew Putin. I know him very well. He was no women. Women love me. I protect women. I protect Megyn Kelly. May she rest in peace. Again, yes, oh yes, and quickly, says President Trump. Yes, oh yes, we can. Interesting. I watch these criminals back there, the press. Look at MSDNC, how evil they are. They're evil. They're sick. They shouldn't even be allowed to do what they do because it's so corrupt. They shouldn't be allowed to do it. They talk about suburban housewives. I believe I'm doing, you know, the polls are all rigged. Of course, lately they have been rigged because I'm winning by so much, I don't want to say it. Disregard that statement. That is no longer admired, respected, or listened to. Will repeat your, anytime I start talking, they take the red light off. Look, he can't campaign, he can't speak. So we call it migrant crime. I came up with that name because I come up with a lot of good names. You see Maduro, Venezuela, it's unbelievable. Is going to the border, doing a show, Sean Hannity, good man Sean Hannity. We'll demolish the deep state. We will expel the warmongers. Production in the United States, country, even Argentina, they went MAGA. You know Argentina, great guy. He's a big Trump guy. He loves Trump. I love him because he loves Trump. When he called, I took his call. Anybody that loves me, I like them. Biden border will, well, you know this, right? The Biden border bill. I'm thrilled to be back in the beautiful Virginia. We went to the last total. Last Tuesday, Michigan total was a record. Like, ding, boom. This is me. I hear, bing.
Seems a bit excessive, don't you think?